Very simple that today markets have corrected by 4%. Okay, so you're an investor, Jay is an investor. And how's your portfolio? Portfolios have cracked. I'm getting messages people have lost 28%, 35%, 40% in just 4% of the fall. And I'll tell you something very bluntly that 2017 was a wonderful year. But frankly, what I believe is the honeymoon is over. Now comes a difficult time for investors, not for traders. Traders have opportunities all the time. But investors, now it becomes a difficult time because now the markets, if you look at this is the Nifty 500 chart, and if I look at over here from 29 June, what it took nearly 40-45 days for it to rally from 8,200 to 8,800, it's come to 8,400 in a matter of 4 days. So this kind of fall is an indication that the momentum in the market is gone. The momentum, the strong upward momentum is not gone. Before that, we had corrections, but they were not so steep. So this was a very steep correction, and a steep correction is a sign of momentum tiring out. If you can look over here the correction was 200, 300 points. This I'm using the Nifty 500 index to get a broader picture because many times investors relate the market with Nifty or Sensex. But I'll tell you one thing: Nifty is only 51 stocks. You cannot get an actual idea with Nifty what the market is going. In fact, last 2 months the market made a new high, but people's portfolios did not improve. In fact, they were going weak only because there was the last rally in the July month is purely based on large cap stocks. Hardly any mid caps gave a rally. It was a purely large cap based, few very heavyweight index based stocks which push the Nifty to 10,000 plus. So now those stocks will go further, but there are other stocks which have been correcting. So now I would like to ask all the investors here today, how do you guys decide a stock? How do you guys pick up a stock? How to invest in a stock? So please be interactive so that I can see this. The more you are interactive, the more I could share my experience with you guys. How to decide a stock to invest and when to book profit? If I know, I would put them on unmute. If anybody wants to speak, just say that we can speak and share the experience. No need to type. Typing can be little. I will unmute them. Whoever would like to share their experience, how do they? Because this will be a learning for many. Yeah, would you like to share? Anybody would like to? Okay, Jay says rarely get much profit. Okay, Jay, how do you decide how to pick up a stock? How to invest? Okay. One thing I'll be very clear with you guys, like if you guys are dependent on TV channels, business channels to help you get profits, I would be very, very bluntly honest, it's not gonna work. TV channels, you have anybody have made some real money watching TV channels? TV channels are not gonna help you really make money because they are providing news and which is already known to the smarter people a few days ahead. And by the time the news is out, profit booking comes in, and that is the time where the retail investors are bleeding badly. This is the reason why I am doing this webinar to create awareness that If you guys really want to make money in stock market, then you have to really learn a strategy, make a strategy for yourself that you yourself can take trading decisions. You should not be dependent on others. Stock market is a place where you guys can create wealth, and you cannot be dependent on somebody else to create wealth for you. Okay, because it's your money, you should be the best person to understand how to invest in stock market, how to build a portfolio. You all have heard the name of Warren Buffett. This is an example I always give, and because it's really inspiring to learn from that person, great investor. Uh, Warren Buffett, when he took over the company Berkshire Hathaway in 1965, the stock price of the company was $18, and today it is trading in the range of 2,45,000. That was the rate I checked 2 days back. I don't know how much it is right now. It's somewhere in that range, 2,40,000, $50,000, from $18 to $2,40,000, and it did not. The company did not grow anything like at 100% or 200% a year. What they did was they were consistently growing at the rate of 20% compounding every year. That was the reason why that company has grown substantially, because compounding is a very powerful thing. Albert Einstein had said compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it earn it, and those who do not pay it. And unfortunately, in today's times, by following the West culture, today people are stuck in the zone of EMIs. One EMI ends, the other starts, and that is really bad. Of course, loans and all is good for a right purpose, but people have got stuck into this EMI cycle. And frankly speaking, if you guys want to really achieve financial freedom, I'm saying you guys want to achieve financial freedom, it will not happen. There are not many options left today to achieve financial freedom. And stock market actually it is not an option, it is a necessity for people to achieve financial freedom. But this is a field in which you have to have certain knowledge and certain plans, certain strategies to really make money. You cannot just jump into it. To those who are attending the webinar for this the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Prem Mulani. I'm a trader, and I'm an investor also, and I am a trainer. I train people how to trade in markets and how to invest in stocks and various things related market. I've been into the stock market since the year 2008, so I've seen fairly good amounts of ups and downs in the markets, and throughout these 9 years journey, all what I've done is working it. Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you, Jay. Jay is sharing in that last investment Jay had picked was on Jindal Steel and Power at 115, 120 range in one of the after one of the webinars, which gave a good range. It went all the way near to 160 levels. That was the target we had actually planned for Jindal Steel and Power. So we also had taken a position. We exited near somewhere 157, 158 range, and that was actually the top of the stock also. It cracked from there. You can all check Jindal Steel and Power. We'll just have a look of that chart. That has just come. It's come back to 127.65. So we had identified the stock somewhere here. Then there was somewhere over here. Then there was some consolidation, and then it went all the way to this level. So this is the chart of Jindal Steel and Power. So I was lucky enough to book over here on timing, and then the stock has crashed significantly. So that is important to really understand about how to pick stocks, how to really invest. So this was a chart pattern. So, but today, as all those who have joined, I'll share a very simple, basic strategy for the new beginners. Not any, just a very simple moving average based strategy. Because do not rely on TV news, brokers to decide when to pick a stock, when not to pick a stock. Because it's your money. Okay, guys, it's your money, it's your hard-earned money. So you should be the one who should be really uh, working how to really look after the money. It's up to you. So you should be the one who should be. So this is a chart. I'll just share a very simple thing. You guys can look whenever you get a tip. You can cross check with it. And if any of you wants to learn advanced trading investment strategies, can contact me. I conduct trainings regularly. And in fact, this 300, 400 point fall in Nifty, we had a wonderful time. We made good money because we had identified the fall way ahead of the time. So it just took 3 days for the market to correct. We expected it to happen in a week, but that's the way market, the momentum we don't know. In fact, in one of my training webinars last week, we all had decided, I had shared with all of the participants of traders that here we can take a 50-point stop loss in Nifty for a 200-point target. In a week, we should get the target. But we got the target in 3 days. Sorry, less than 2.5, 3 days. So that's the way markets. You don't know the momentum. You can time the market to an extent, but you cannot really pinpoint it how it will go. Okay. So I'm putting up a chart for you guys to understand how to identify stocks. So I've just put three moving averages in this stock. Okay. Now the three moving averages over here are 5, 26, and 100. This is purely for investors. Do not use it for trading purposes because trading the whipsaws are high, and in futures you can get whipsawed. So this is for trading purpose. How to really identify a very simple method, no chart pattern, nothing. It is for all any investor who is starting to invest can use these techniques to understand when and where to use a stock. Yeah, but there this has its drawback that if a stock is in a sideways trend, then it will give you a lot of whipsaws. So once you should understand a stock is trending or a sideways trend. So once you get that, then you can really understand how to really go about it. Okay. Now if you guys look over here, we are using three averages. So what do these three averages signify? Okay. As an investor, the three, if a stock is above the 100 EMA, it is in an uptrend. And if it's below 100 EMA, it's in a downtrend as an investor point of view. And when do we buy over here? Okay, so when the stock is above 100 and it is giving a cut over here above 526 EMA, you can take a buy and 10%, 15% profit, and you can book your profits when it is cutting from the 526. When it is above 100, if it's below 100, then we'll not buy it, even if there's a 526 crossover. We can do that, but for that you guys need to have an experience. This is a very basic strategy for beginners who are absolute beginners for them. It is not for people who are there in the long market. And stop loss you can vary and you can use the 100 EMA if it's nearby. Like for example, if you bought over here and you were not able to book profit over here and again slipped over here, so 100 EMA is nearby. So at this time you can still hold the stock for a further move. Okay, and if it's going below 52600, then you have to exit the stock. So one thing I like to tell is when you are investing in a stock, nobody can be right all the time. Can you guys be right all the time? No one is possibly right. So the moment you realize that you are wrong, then you better exit. You should not stick on to the trade. You have to exit because I've seen people, instead of for the fear of booking that 2% or 3% loss, they end up paying 40%, 50%, 80%, and I don't know what figures people have paid in the market. This is one very dangerous pattern. If I look at it, really scares me. MMTC at 54.55. I'll show you something in the stock. You can see this stock over here. In 2010, this stock was in the range of 17 to 1800, and today is trading at a rate of 54 rupees. So, what is the kind of wealth erosion that the stock has got, and why is that? Because of lack of knowledge. It's because of lack of correct knowledge, correct trading plan. And if, on the other hand, if I look at the stock, nobody buys 30,000 stock. What it becomes to it. Retailers are not very scared to buy. look at the stock. See, look, it's been continuously holding above the 100 EMA. This is on the weekly chart. See, the stock has given. You can use the same thing on weekly for a, if you do not want to follow the market every day, you can use weekly chart patterns. And if you look from this from 2000 odd range, the stock is still holding the 100 EMA and it's been a multi-bagger. So I'm not saying do not watch TV or news and all that. Do watch that, but use that as a base to, you know, pick up the right, understand the stock, and then you decide. Use some basic charting knowledge to understand the reason there is that stock should buy or not. That you have to do. Anybody's got any doubts regarding this simple strategy? It's a very basic. It's nothing. It's a very common. Many, in fact, many fund managers also do that to exit at points. If I believe if a person really works towards achieving financial freedom through stock market to really plan for 10, 20 years down the line, he can really achieve way ahead. A best fund gives you a return of 20% an a year if you look at the long term. And if you really work hard, you can easily beat the best fund manager. We are doing an investment training workshop where we are aiming to earn 20% quarterly on a portfolio. So that's aim we do in the advanced investment workshop which I do for investors. So are you able to follow this investment strategy? It's a very basic one. It's nothing great, I know, but at least it will help you to not get stuck into the wrong stock. Anybody's got any doubts? They can feel free to type in, or I'll just unmute for a couple of minutes. Yeah, so Chair is asking stock to buy crossed only 100 EMA, all three EMA. See, one thing is, first thing, the stock should be trading above 100 EMA. After that, when you get a 526 crossover, then you buy. If the stock is coming from below and it's going all up, then wait. There will be some retracement, some correction, and when you get again a fresh crossover from 5 to 26 EMA, then you take an entry. That is the time you take an entry. Okay. If you look over here, it crossed the 100 EMA, then it went up, and then there was a steep correction. Okay, there was a steep correction, and over here it crossed the 526 EMA again. So don't do it when it's crossing this way. Leave it. It will retrace. It's taken support exactly at 100 EMA. If you guys can look over here, it's taken support exactly at 100 EMA. It's taken support there. Then when it's crossed the 526, then you buy using the 520 as a reverse crossover. And from here, from 24,000, it has went all the way to 30,000 and would give a same signal. It was 28,500. So from 24,000 to 30,000, or you use the for whatever, you could be able to make 15 to 20% profit from this time. How much time did it take? A right entry, you would have entered somewhere over here at 24680, and the price would have been this was 11th of August, and from here, sorry, 11th of, sorry, this was 23rd of March, and from here it went to nearly 18-20% return. So you could, then you could do any way, or you could have a system of booking 50% at 15% and balance on trading stop loss. There are a lot of things that you'll have to. That is, then you can do a lot of things, but first you have to understand the markets. You have to understand the learn to do the practice. Because if you're not gonna practice, you're not gonna understand this. Yeah. Anything? Anybody else like to ask? Anybody's got any questions regarding any stock somewhere you're stuck in? I have a lot to share, but it is all up to the people. If you are interactive, then I can answer your questions. But today, people are looking in a Sunday holiday mood, so and everybody's been looks like hit badly after this huge fall. How to get about it? What to get about it? Uh, Money says he's stuck in 63 moons. Which company is that? Okay, I never knew there was a. Okay. OMG, OMG, OMG. So Manish is stuck. Okay. No, Ani, this will not work in intraday. Intraday is, see what happens intraday, the timing is very short. So this is an investment based strategy. For intraday, I have different strategies for which I take workshops for basic and advanced. In fact, in intraday, in yesterday's market, I'll share the trades. We had a live session in the market for my trading workshop, and in the morning we identified three stocks. Yes Bank at 1724 and uh, Bharat Finance at 770, and another one was State Bank of India at 295 levels. All made a 1.5 to 2% move from that level. Okay, Manish, looking at this 363 moons technology, it's a very scary chart, but still I'll have a look at it for you. See, that is the problem, guys. You not to, but this. Look at this stock. If I'm looking at the weekly chart, it's been in a downtrend for a very long time. Even when you bought at 200, it was at a downtrend in the weekly time frame. So, and look at the daily also. It's been on a look at if you can look. You guys can look over this how it has been just going near the 100 EMA and correcting from there, going near the 100 EMA and correcting from there. The stock has just given falls. You bought somewhere over here 200 levels, going, coming down, going, coming down, and look at the wealth erosion. This has happened. From invest point of view, it is also a very bad pick, Manish. I don't know. I mean, I cannot say it does not. It's not showing any signs of revival right now. Yeah, but and frankly, I am expecting stocks to do bad now. I don't think this stock is really gonna come 200 maybe next 2 3 years. I don't see this possible. So Jay asked for future details. Let me check future detail. Okay. Yeah. So the future retail is given a wonderful rally. Now I'll tell you one thing very right. Now a stock which has ran up from 120 to 440 in 1 year. So I'll come back to 63 moves, Manish. Yeah. So see, a stock which has rallied from 120 to 445 in a year. I mean, I don't for the year. Don't be in a hurry to buy this stock. This will not run anyway. I can tell you from experience because it has rallied significantly. There will be some sideways movement. We'll definitely get the stock at a better price. If you're looking at a long run, an investment near 410, 420 when you get is a good entry price. But that too also it will not give you return very soon because already rallied 3 4 times. So it might correct further also. So don't be in a hurry to buy the stock. So you'll definitely get it at a better price. So just have patience. Because this, see, it has given a very good reversal pattern in the range of 180, 190. From there, it has rallied significantly. So that is again, you have to wait, put the stock. You have to give some time to your research to pick up stocks. That is very crucial. This orange line is 26 EMA. Yeah, Manish, see, 63 moves has given a good result, but technically only if it's closing above 68, 70, then there I can see some kind of reversal in it. But till then, you know, the results are, one day, may if whatever the expectation, if the stocks come from 200 to 68, I don't really expect it to go back to 200 that easily. And the long-term structure is in a very, very bad bearish trend. This is the, most worst thing about many investors, I will not blaming you, Manish, but it is because there's no one to guide people. Brokers themselves don't have any knowledge, frankly speaking. Uh, 2 days back, I was at a broker's play office. He's a friend of mine, the manager. It's Aditya Birla Money. So I was over there, and hardly they have any knowledge. I mean, they are still doing various ways to find stocks, and from some half-funded, and people are investing crores of rupees based on not so skilled people, not so experienced people. So it's really, you have to. That's why what I say, if you really want to grow your wealth, it is you who have to learn. You have to learn various things. Fundamental analysis is important, but today's market technical analysis will give you an edge. Understanding timing the stock. It's all about timing the stock. If you can time the stock, it's good. Yes. If you're not gonna learn, it's not gonna work. As a trader, as an investor, it is very important for you guys to really learn about it. I mean, it's like, uh, recently somebody asked me a very nice question. I almost burst from laughter. So he said, "Are you a trader?" Yes, I'm a day trader. How are you trading? It's going good. So what is the trick to trading, making money in trading? And I said, there's no trick to make money in trading. Trading is a skill. Once you acquire, you have to practice it. So is investment. It's a skill. It takes time. To become a good investor, you have to have continuous learning initiatives. Only then you can really make money. If you are not having that initiative to study and you are just depending on tips and all, then it will not really work. It is not going to work for long run. Look at the 10-year, 20-year, 20-year horizon. And I'll tell you, as a retail investor, if you learn, you have a great advantage. You can easily make 20% a quarter if you are efficient. You don't have to sit in front of the market every day. You have to either make a plan, giving half an hour every day or giving 2 hours on weekends. You don't have to really sit in the front of market all day, but you have to practice. You have to give those 2 hours, 3 hours in a week. How do you decide stocks, how you understand chart patterns, and depending on that, you can really make a lot of money in markets. There's a lot of money to be made in the market, and 20% a quarter is something which is easily achievable for small investors. You can beat the best fund manager. That is, I assure, and we are working towards that because I mean the study is up to you. How to you want to? There's a see when I started trading in 2008, there was nothing. There was no YouTube, and there was nothing, no strategies or nothing to be learned. And I learned things the hard way. But I had a real passion towards this. So I developed my own strategies for intraday, for investment, for swing trading. To an extent that today, even managers of many broking houses who are my friends, they contact me, sir, what do you feel for this stock? Is that kind of well. Recently, one of my this, friends who's a manager in Aditya Birla, one of his clients was stuck in SBI with a huge quantity, and he said what to do. I said you sell the call because SBI is not looking that good. It will not break the high. And again, that person did not take that initiative because we are many times when we are holding a stock, we have a wishful thinking. अरे it will go up manually and थोड़ा बढ़ जाए मैं निकल जाता हूँ. That kind of wishful thinking you come because you don't know, you cannot make a decision, you are in a wishful thinking zone. 95% of retailers are in the market with a wishful thinking. अरे इसने बोला ना ये शायद थोड़ा बढ़ जाएगा तो मैं तो निकल जाऊंगा. 2 रुपए 5 रुपए बढ़ने में नहीं निकलते और 20-20 रुपए 25-25 रुपए अटक जाते हैं. That is the way things happen. Another example I remember, which happened in the year of 2009, one of the investors whom I know, he had a stock called RNRL. If you anybody old in the market would remember about it, it's not even listed right now. RNRL is no ordinary company. I mean, no ordinary group. It is again from a Reliance group. I'm from 2008. I'm in the market. So there was a company called RNRL, Reliance Natural Resources Limited. It was an Adani Group company, and that time there was no ADAG, and it was a, one cluster. The Reliance Group was under one structure. One structure. So RNRL was a stock called Reliance Natural Resources Limited. So that stock was trading at the range of 50 to 60 rupees in 2007 or 2008, and from there that stock went all the way till 230-40 rupees. I was learning in the market at that time, and everybody were talking about RNRL, RNRL. So I just went and opened the balance sheet of the stock and looked at the profits, what they were getting and all. And I said, what a crap company this is. And how can it be priced at 240, 250 and people are buying, trading, investing? Okay, trading is different, but investing, I was like really surprised. And that RNRL stock, it crashed from 240 to 150 in no time. And people who had, I know a friend who had bought it for day trading for 2 rupees, 3 rupees, and that fall came of 10, 20 rupees. He hold it, and that became a long term investment. And again, that stock got, I think you got some Reliance Infra or some other stock in that, uh, against that. And that stock was, I think it went all the way to 25 rupees from 250 rupees. So that is the thing I tell you, don't know how low a stock can go. There was a stock in 2000 called Silverline, used to be a top traded stock, and the stock was, I think, at 11, 1200 in Silverline. If you guys are that experienced or that old in the market, you will come to know. I think it's today also listed. You come to know about it. It's, I think, a delisted one. Silverline is delisted. Then there was this Himachal Futuristic. You guys, this has data only from 2010. But if you could go and check the all-time high of Himachal Futuristic HFCL, a very popular stock of 2000, 2001, 2002. This stock used to trade at 27.50. This was the all-time high this stock has made, and today it is trading at 15 rupees 50 paisa. So many people in the market learn by paying a few lakhs of fees. That is that is the losses they make, and still they don't learn many times. But if you really want to go ahead and market and make something really good in the market, make achieve your financial freedom, then you should be learning. You should be learning how to invest, why to decide a stock. You should learn technical analysis because that is very crucial. That will not lie. News might say something, market TV analyst might say something, but charts will give you the actual reality where the stock is heading. But it cannot be acquired over a weekend or two. It's a continuous process. That's why the trainings which I provide, they go for a period of, minimum like 10 days to 1 month to 2 months. Different kind of workshops I do. I do basic intraday and swing trading workshop. Then I have the advanced trading workshop who want to make 2 3 lakhs a month. That level of workshops I do. Who are trading with a capital of 2 lakhs plus. So that is also a workshop which I do. I do a commodities trading workshop. So commodities anybody can trade with 50,000 to a lakh rupees. How to make and generate an extra income. And for investors, of course, I do a workshop. Again, it doesn't matter if you learn from me or from anybody. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a wonderful question, Annie. How to select a right trainer? Because you can see online it starts from 1,000 to 100,000. That's good. So the best way is that if you find any trainer, go check with him. You can, if he can give you references of the people whom he has taught. So from them you can get a fair idea. You can check from that person's experience. You yourself can ask a few questions to the person, and if you feel the knowledge is right enough, there you will. And there are a lot of. I agree. This is a very good valid point Ami has raised. In 2015 15, I've been a trader. So 2015, I shifted to full time trading. So I even I'll get back to it. So see, uh, hold on there. I just say, see, what happens is when you are investing or you're trading, you have to learn to take a loss. And this is one thing which we haven't learnt in our life. When we are going in school, what do they say? You have to be right to pass. You have to be right at your job to grow. But when you are in investment and trading, this is slightly this money. There are certain expenses of this business that is at times you'll be wrong, and you have to accept that gracefully rather than sticking to that. Okay, rather than sticking to that. That is one thing. So you have to learn. And how to decide a trainer line? Well, then you should have the wisdom. You should know, you should check from what that person is talking. You can ask him about details, questions. You can take testimonials from his trader, people whom he has taught. So accordingly, you can understand about it. And one thing, so yeah, so you're the only thing, and this is a very good question. So, what do we do if we are in a loss? First thing is what I just told you, you have to learn to accept a loss. If you cannot accept a loss, then please do not trade in these markets or do not invest in the markets because we cannot be right all the time. Can any of you guys be right in all the decisions you made in your life? You will make some mistakes. So, what do? When you're wrong, you accept your mistake and get out of it. Book the loss. You have the capital free, you can make money if you have if you have the capital, but if your capital is stuck, then what will you do? And frankly, I'm telling you guys, next for investors, coming years is gonna be very, very difficult. Because on an analysis, I'll tell you, in stock market, if you go ahead, Nifty is just corrected 4% and people portfolio have gone as down as 35-40% from the highs. Nifty is 4% down from the high. Because people haven't booked profit, they've bought the stocks expensive. It does not happen. You should always identify a stock when it is about to rise. That is why I always believe technical analysis has a lot of edge over fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is the ultimate reason why the stock is going up. But why it is going up? Because somebody is buying it in huge quantity. That you can only learn through technical analysis. You cannot learn that through fundamental. How to time a stock. You have to learn through technical analysis. It cannot be done through fundamental. Timing a stock has to be through technical analysis. That's why you have to learn to that. So when you are in loss, you have to learn to book the loss. Okay, Jay asks, Yes Bank is going to split. Kotak Bank is near 1,000. They are going to invest. So I think there is no hurry to invest at these levels at all-time high. Yes Bank is definitely one of my favorite stocks. I've been recommending that stock as an investment when it was 140 rupees. I can show you. I had recommended that to a cousin of mine who invests abroad, who stays abroad. So he asked me a good stock to invest, and I had recommended him Yes Bank 140 to 150. It was way back in the 2000. I think it was in 2009-10 or somewhere there. So from 150 rupees, it has gone to 1800 rupees today. So this stock I had recommended way because there were reasons, there were fundamental reasons in that, and again it was gradually going up. So again, I even had at 800 rupees also. I had again recommended Yes Bank. From 800, it's gone to 1800 rupees. So how can I buy something at 150 at 800 when it was at 150, right? So how do you review? Then that is where technical analysis helps you to understand how the stock can go up further. IDFC Bank. You guys can just look at it. It's broken the 100 EMA and has been cracking. See, if you remember what I told, when it breaks the 100 EMA, we don't buy. We wait for a correction and then we wait for another crop for a further rally. It did not. It made us false like and then that corrected and from there it's been going down. So it isn't looking good at all for investment. Like for on the same way over here, it gave this spike, it corrected to support from 100 EMA and from here it bought. See, when you are using charts, you will not get many opportunities, but you will get good solid opportunities. From here, from 50 to 53 rupees, the stock went to look at the levels it has gone 75, 76, 50% return. That is the help of timing. Once you got a sell signal, exit signal over here. If you look, did you get a buy signal? You got a buy signal over here. The stock was below 100 EMA. The point is, need not. You're looking for high probability investments. See, one thing I'll tell you guys, you can't control anything in the market. Only thing you can control, there are two things you have to understand if you're an investor or trader. You can't control anything in the market. Only thing you can control is your risk. So learn to manage the risk very well. Okay, and second point is that you are not looking for many as an investor, you require a few good investments. So wait and wait for the right opportunity. Same thing as a trader, you don't need to make many trades, you require few good trades where you can make really good money. That is the way it goes. Okay, with charting, I'm using a software called Fox Trader, and charting any there are many softwares that are available today. So not to worry. So I think anybody's got any other questions before we close up? If anybody is interested into learning advanced trainings, can contact me on WhatsApp on this number. You guys can contact me. This is my mobile number. You can WhatsApp me on this number, and if you have any queries regarding training. See, Bank Nifty. Yeah, you WhatsApp me, Amy. I'll explain you. I'm based from Hyderabad, and I do all trainings online because I don't do it in a over a weekend. My trainings are they last from minimum 7 days to 30 days, and after that also I provide is the lifelong support because I want to be a good mentor to. I just started this since April, and I've got a good response. I have traders who have really made a lot of money after they've joined the workshop, and they've done really well. And I have big HNI traders and small traders also. So all of them, they are traders. They are even students who are doing this as a part-time profession, making small 2,000, 3,000, and there are traders who are aiming 40, 50,000 a day also. So that is the kind of scope this market provides us. But again, you have to really have the uh, understand the market, understand the psychology of the market, and have to develop your conditioning to be a successful at trading and investment. You should not be getting carried away from small dips, and you should be prudent enough to decide when to exit, when to enter. There are a lot of things that happen. Now, I'll show you an example of a trade which I've taken yesterday. I don't know it will be right or wrong. So, Dr. Reddy, everybody is asking the stock is cracking, cracking, cracking. Now, if you look at the stock, it has cracked. So somebody told me, can we short Dr. Reddy? I took the stock is in a negative trend, no doubt about it. But it's not a short. The stocks come from 2,700 to 1,900 in 12 trading days, and it's a Fortune 500 company which has lost 30% of the market capitalization. It will definitely recover. It is not that it's gonna stay like that. There will be some recovery into the stock. It is not gonna be over there for like that. So this is not a level to short now. This is you have to look for a reversal on the charts, and then you have to enter for investment. For trading, this funda is totally different. So for trading, we don't use the 100 EMA and all. Then it is different. We go to hourly charts, and there's a different approach to trading. So there are two different things to understand what is trading and what is investment. Both have different things. Trading, investment is growing your wealth. Trading is creating the income. What is the income? Income is something which comes to you every month. Every month you are making some money. So trading is to generate an income, and investment is to grow and wealth. So many times people are in the market, they don't know what they are doing. Someday they are buying delivery, someday they are buying options, someday they are trading in futures, someday they are doing intraday. So that is not, you don't know what is your purpose of being in the market. First thing you should realize with your capital, what is your purpose, what is the time you can give. And for trading it, the people have the misconception that you have to be in front of the screen always in the market. It's not like that. You can plan your trades at the end of the day, execute them in the morning, and today we have got amazing mobile apps. All the soft traders are brokers are providing mobile apps. You can monitor the market of the few selected stocks you have from anywhere, anytime. So anything can be done. And today, I repeat again, stock market is not an option; it is a necessity if you guys want to achieve a financial freedom. But please do not plunge into trading or investment with half knowledge or expecting somebody else is going to make a fortune for you. Please do not do that. It will not happen. It is you who has to take the step. It is you who has to do it. Right now, no recommendations yet because Dr. Reddy is attractive as valuation wise, but still I would wait for something. Yeah. For a SIP or stock which I recommend, as all you have done, a stock which I have taken investment and I'll be adding further is Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland is a stock which I'll be investing and investing further. It is now right now trading at 105 levels. So I expect this stock in the coming year to give me 40 to 50% return. So that is one stock for investment which I have picked up. Yeah. So please make your investment decisions as per your own. I'm not recommending. This is my personal investment, so I'm sharing that with you guys. So Ashok Leyland is one stock which I have been taking an investment. So any of you guys interested can contact me on my mobile number on WhatsApp, and anybody wants to go ahead can definitely. Can. Okay, guys, I'll close the webinar with this. Thank you so much for joining, and wish you all the best in your future investments and tradings. Good luck. God bless you all.